Everybody. Thank you guys, it's nice to see you all again. Thank you for having us back. We hear a lot these days. I just wanted to chat to you guys in person about the changes and what's gone on as far as the company is concerned. We have finished the process of talking to the labour union as well as the employers association. So now we are able to talk openly with everybody. There was some difficult times where some things were confidential and some things weren't confidential, and I don't like to work like that, but we had to. But now everything's public knowledge, we can all talk to each other. I just wanted to give you guys a very brief understanding of what's happened, and also importantly let you guys ask any questions that you need any clarifications on. So I'll just explain quickly what happened. The Ellerines in South Africa, which is the company that has owned FurnCity, as you know, has been under business rescue for 5 years. And part of the process of business rescue is that they have to either try and sell or close all of their furniture shops so that they can finish operating as a business. That's been a 5-year process. They had more than 1,000 shops when they went into business rescue, and as of last week they had these 9 or 10 shops left. That was all that was left. They had closed more than 500 shops. They had sold the other 500 shops to Lewis and Bears, and there were just these Zambia shops left. That was when about 4 or 5 months ago they started to talk to us, and we are Presidential Furniture, as I think some of you know. We're a group of partners based in South Africa and Zimbabwe, and we've supplied these dinettes and some transport to you guys over the years. So that's how FurnCity, that's how Ellerines knew who we were. So they came to talk to us to say, wouldn't we like to buy these shops in Zambia from Ellerines? That's why we came here the first time 3 or 4 months ago or whenever, and started to have a look at all the stores, have a look at the staff, have a look at the stock, have a look at what was going on. And we're very happy to say that as of Monday we officially bought all of the shops. So from Monday, 4 days ago, the shareholder in FurnCity has become us. So we've bought 100% of the shares from Ellerines, and we now own them. So the important thing that I want you guys to understand is that the employment relationship, the contracts, all of that, nothing changes. Everything is the same. If I owe you 5 days of leave last week, I still owe you 5 days of leave today. If you have service pay for 10 years last week, you've still got service pay of 10 years today. It's all the same, nothing changes. Your employer, the company you work for is FurnCity, of which I think some of you have met Eukaria. That stays exactly the same. Nothing changes. The only thing that changes is the shareholder who owns that company. And in terms of practical changes, not much actually changes. All the leases remain the same. All of the employment relationships stay the same. All of the assets and liabilities stay the same. The only changes that I hope you will see from very soon is that we as the new shareholders have got the ability to finance this business a bit better than the previous company did. And that was nothing wrong with the old company. Rob and Ngobani and the crowd did their best, but they were working under business rescue, which is a very difficult way to work. You don't have money, you can't invest, you can't grow. This is one of the stores that got a revamp, but it's very difficult under business rescue to get funds for revamping. We've got the ability to fund and finance those things. So I just wanted to explain that to you guys and say, in a practical sense, everything is the same. You still work for the same company. The company still owes you exactly the same as what the company owed you before. Nothing of that's changed. I don't want you guys to worry that we coming in and saying, okay, today is your first day. That's not the case. If you've worked for 10 years, you've got a 10-year service history with me or with FurnCity. It's just a change in shareholder of FurnCity. I want you guys to understand that. And what I want you to understand is that we are very positive and passionate and capable and able to firstly try and return this business to where it was. It's been a hard 5 years for everybody, and you guys, it's been hard for you too. You haven't known what's going on. We never knew, are we staying open, are we closing, what's going on? We are definitely staying open. We are definitely going to start next year looking for growth. We want to start looking for new stores. We want to start expanding the range. We want to start giving a bit of rejuvenation into the stores. Keep the sweets that you guys tell us are selling the best, and try some new sweets. Try and get a bit of a new feel, an upgraded feel. That's what our plan is with the company. So I just wanted to tell you that, and I wanted to really openly invite you guys to please ask any questions that you have, either now or you can WhatsApp me later if you think of something, and we'll be here once a month, if not more. We've got quite a big job of us as the investors to buy enough product now so that you've got lots of stock to sell in October, November, December. The transfers only happened on Monday, this Monday, 4 days ago, so we haven't had much time yet. But we've signed more than 3 million kwacha of orders already in those 4 days. The same, I know it's a little bit boring, but we're ordering the same stock for now. We don't want to change anything too much. We're going to slowly and carefully improve things, but our first step is to make sure that all stores have enough of all of the current lines that they can sell that. That's our first step. It's a bit of a boring step, but it's an important step. We will be adding maybe 3 or 4 new ranges here and there this year. And then slowly into next year we'll be talking with you guys to work out what new things we should be looking for, what's working, what's not working. We need to make sure that we've got product in all the shops so that we can judge how that product does. It's not fair at the moment for us to look back over the last year and see how many Saharas we sold, because half the stores didn't have Saharas for half the months. So we really need to get the merchandise back in stock, start having a look at how the stock performs, and work our way forward. I think those are the main things from our side. Was there anything else we needed to add?
No, just that we would have liked to share this information before,
That's
but
true.
we weren't able to.
Yeah, I should have said that. You're right. There was it has been quite a process to buy these shares. Obviously, we're a South African company, and we were buying the shares from another South African company, but it related to this Zambian company. It was the shares in this Zambian company. So we had to go through the Zambian CCPC, which was a process. It was an efficient process, but it was a process. And part of that was that certain things had to be kept confidential, and also we were not allowed to influence decisions in that period. So after we applied, we could look and watch and ask questions, but we couldn't say, this coffee table is horrible, I want you to buy this one. So we've had to be standing back a little bit for the last 2 months. But from this week, Monday, the deal is finalized and has gone through. The CCPC authorized it, the agreement of sale, the Reserve Bank, and yesterday we spoke to the Labour Union as well as the Employers Association. So sorry that it was a little bit of a secretive process, but we had to follow the rules on that. And that's why I've been popping into the store every month for the last few months, and I'll keep doing that. There's 4 of us shareholders, 2 South Africans and 2 Zimbabweans, and we've got a big passion to give these stores the supply that they need, and that's not only in terms of product, that's in terms of refurbs, in terms of signage, in terms of marketing, in terms of uniforms, in terms of enabling you guys to get your jobs done as well as you want them to get done. And that's going to be our push. Our first push is just to get the stock back into the stores as quickly as we can. Not all of the stores look as nice and well laid out and well stocked as yours. Many of the stores are sitting a bit empty. Many of the stores have got lots of duplications to fill up space, more than you. So we've got a bit of a job first to do in terms of that.
The Lusaka store yesterday had 5 beds on the floor.
Yeah. Right.
And no backup stock.
Are there any questions that you guys want to ask me now? You're more than welcome to ask now. There's no problem, and don't feel shy or feel that I'm not going to like your questions. You're more than welcome, and I'll answer anything I can now, or we can stay in touch as things go forward. Anybody want to ask anything now? Please, really, guys, really. Yeah, please.
I wanted to find out, are we still continuing under the same name as FurnCity?
Yes, yeah. That's a very good question. Part of the agreement. Oh, shame, there's a customer. Will someone go help? We'll fill you in later. It's important. Go save him. Yeah. For the yes, we've bought the trademark for the trading name FurnCity as far as Zambia goes. I think even despite the difficulties you guys have had over the last few years, the FurnCity has a very strong name in Zambia. So certainly we'll be trading under the same name. Maybe we'll look at next year, do we want to change the color? Do we want to buy some new signage and maybe put a new logo or something like that? But those will be small cosmetic marketing changes. FurnCity's got a very important name in Zambia, and we're going to keep that and try and grow that. It's a good question, thanks.
Then the other question is with regards to the system. Are we still going to continue with the same system, like maybe CCG, credit granting,
Yep.
and all the other processes to
It's a
remain unchanged?
very good question too. You've got good questions. We need to, everything is staying the same. That's the easy answer to all of those sort of questions. The credit granting system, the point of sale system, everything is staying the same. We're in fact even keeping some of the South African staff and head office staff on a consulting basis to make sure that nothing changes. It's in a very important time of the year in terms of sales, and I know you guys have got a big focus on the peak season. We're not going to change anything. We've paid for all of these things to continue as they were happening before. So that goes from, it's really everything, from the credit granting system to the payroll system to the people who do everything is staying the same. If we do, our focus is on very much staying the same this year, but just getting stock back in the stores. That's our first step. Next year we'll start looking at where there are places we can look for improvements, but we will do those things slowly and carefully with full consultation with all staff. I wouldn't change the logo without talking to you guys. I wouldn't, the basic systems you guys have in place are working. We're not going to change anything. So please, it's a very important point. Keep doing exactly what you're doing, but do please feel free where you think there's an improvement, where you think you hate this brown couch, you want a red one, where you think that there's a better way for us to do something else, another operation, another process. You must feel free to talk to myself, talk to your carrier. We're very open to having a look, especially as things quieten down a little bit next year, in what improvements we can make. But for the time being, really, absolutely nothing changes.
Except we want to improve some things now,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
communication
Yeah.
amongst us and getting the more regular flow of merchandise. Those things are going to change, but they're going to change in an improving way.
That's right. Yeah. As far as the processes you follow,
The systems are going to say.
stick to the same.
Yeah.
Stick to the same, please. It's important. Yeah. Please feel free, guys. There's no problem. Ask, please. Now's a good time. I'm going to go for a month, and we can talk on WhatsApp. But it's much easier to discuss in person. So please go ahead. Please.
Yes, sir. My name is Gilbert.
See you, Gilbert.
My question is based on the overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, because most of the times I am a driver. I find that you go maybe on the you go maybe somewhere to deliver something. You find maybe you knock off 20 hours, 21 hours without any overtime. Now, as a newcomer, are you going to be given overtime when someone hours.
What we'll definitely do for the time being is keep whatever processes there are in place now. I'm not going to change anything on the fourth day, but I certainly think that's something that we need to have a look into to work out how overtime is authorized and how overtime is paid. So I'm very happy to add that to our points to discuss, Eukarya. Because I believe if you are working overtime, you need to be paid your overtime. It needs to be controlled and managed, but it does need to be covered for sure. So I'll add that into our discussions with the labour union. Okay. Thank you for
And
the
we
question.
want to stick to the law.
Yeah. There's another customer there. Will you remember? Will somebody else go help the customers? Oh, is he Oh, is he fine?
Sell team as well.
Does that answer your question for now? I know it's I can't change, I don't know the details yet. This is my fourth day as a shareholder. So we'll look into it and come to you with a solution, okay? But we appreciate the late work. Thank you very much.
I just wanted to make a suggestion
Yeah, please.
on our uniforms.
Yes.
Yes, I think personally it's very difficult to maintain one shirt for the whole
Is it
week.
only one shirt that you guys have
Especially
got?
that
Yeah.
it's white.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is there any possibility that it can be changed from white to another color?
Huge possibility. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah. What color do you think it should be?
Blue is-
This blue, the blue of the wall.
No.
Dark.
That's
Yeah.
something.
Have you all only got one shirt at the moment?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
only have one.
Yeah.
One.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah. I suppose the one challenge is that there's more than 100 employees in this company who we've taken on. So those decisions, if we want to buy one shirt for everyone, we're buying 100 shirts. It's a lot of shirts. At the moment, we've put a lot of money into stock. That's what we needed to do first, and we've done that even before coming to talk to you guys. But definitely, I think there's certainly space for new uniforms. I'll take on board your suggestion about color. That's important. Thank you. We'll do that, and maybe an updated group of suppliers who we've got the logos. I like it's nice that we have our big brand logos on our shirts, but we need to update it. So let me try see what I can do this year. Okay, yeah. And what we might have to do in the meantime is say to you, keep the white shirts, and we'll buy you blue shirts, and you can then alternate them, which is a bit easier, so that we can do it step by step. But I think it's a very nice idea. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. I think name tags is also what I thought would be nice. I know some people have and some people don't, but those aren't expensive. Those are easy. Those are cheap to do. Oh, I've got. And I think that might also be a nice addition. We can maybe do the two at the same time. Yeah, and also it's a bit more official. And if you're wearing a jersey on a day, then it shows where you're working. So if you guys agree with that, that's also something I'd like to look at. Thanks for the question.
On the uniforms, I think white is smart. Okay, for me,
Yeah.
I think I prefer white
Yeah.
because it's really smart.
And it's cooler.
Yeah.
And it's
Yes,
cooler.
it's
You do look smart for sure. Yeah, but
So
it's just hard to maintain.
maybe we can just have maybe two colors
Yeah,
or so.
and people can
Like
choose.
previously, we actually had three: black,
Did
blue,
you?
and white.
Did you?
Yes.
I didn't know.
So
I
we
haven't
just-
seen those. Yeah.
No, it was just personal initiative. Like we would say all of us should
Oh,
be
sweet.
black in a particular
Yes.
day, then blue on a particular day,
very
and
nice.
white on
Very
because
nice.
again, white is very smart.
Yeah,
So
it does look
it
smart.
just
That's
stand
true.
out.
It's just hard to maintain is the problem. Yeah. Perfect.
But
Thank
if
you.
there were maybe three, I don't think it would be hard to maintain.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, then you've got at
Because
least the
previously We
rotation.
used to have burgundy.
Yeah.
Burgundy.
Yeah.
That was our color.
Yes.
For the uniform.
Yeah.
Because, but,
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Anything else, guys?
Let's get counting.
Yeah, we'll start to get counting now. I just want to finish an opportunity.
Yeah.
I think everyone just
think everyone is clear. We can start
Cool.
stuff.
We will be in touch. You're welcome to contact me through your carrier or directly on WhatsApp, and I'll be here next month again, I'm sure. So we just wanted to say thanks, and we look forward to working together with you guys to get the company back to where it needs to be. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thank you.